5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey YouTubers and friends, how you doing tonight? Excellent. I hope tonight is a special night. We're having the return visit of our friend Gypsy Jules. She's grown phenomenal and has her hands in so many things now. And I'm going to share with you something she painted for me also. But, don't go away. We'll be right back with Gypsy Jules. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with Toledo Jess, Dano, the Treasure Vixens, and I.
It's just there.
Huh.
Doesn't go anywhere.
Do you get like
Nope.
nothing like that?
Nope. It doesn't affect me or my wife.
Wow.
Just the dog or the cat. The cat don't care either.
What about the mice?
Don't know. Cat kills the mice though.
Welcome to another Tuesday Night Hangout Live, everybody, with my good friends and co-hosts, Toledo Jess, Dano, Rose, and our special guest, Gypsy Jules. Welcome and thank you for joining us again, Gypsy. It's greatly appreciated.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. I know you're a real busy person now. 2 years ago, you weren't signed up yet with anybody, and now you're all over the place, huh?
I've been doing a lot of traveling. Unfortunately, this year with COVID, not as much, but starting to travel a little more. I've had to have 2 COVID tests lately just because of my travel. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Get to meet people from all over.
Yeah, you've grown quite a bit. We're even able to get out a little bit ourselves. We just got back from California, so that was a fun trip.
I bet that was fun.
Oh, it was. But now you're sponsored by Garrett, right?
Yeah, Garrett.
Cool.
So now it's been 2 years. Well, yeah, a little over 2 years.
Right after you were on our show.
See, being on y'all's show brought me good luck, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It rubs off of us.
It's great. Yeah, Garrett's been really good to me. Been doing a lot of traveling with Garrett, and like I said, it's brought me the opportunity to meet a lot of people from all over, a lot of detectorists that I watch all the time on YouTube, like y'all and other detectorists, and it's really
and watch you too. The same people, that you're watching, they're watching you too, and that's what's really cool. Because without it, how would you, really be comfortable enough to go meet these people without,
That's true. Yeah, and it's funny because when I started my YouTube channel, never would I have even thought that it would grow like it has, and I never thought I would be sponsored by Garrett. I was just doing it to share my passion for metal detecting and
right.
digging in the dirt, and my love for history, which is funny how history, when I was in school, I hated my history class. I never did well in history, but
I fell asleep.
Something about digging something up and doing that research and just really get involved in history.
Yeah, if history had been like what you're experiencing now, it had been like that when you were in school, how much fun would that have been?
Right.
I would have stayed awake because I always fell asleep in history. I would learn things, but I would still fall asleep in class,
It's about me. I didn't do well. It was a lot of memorizing dates, and I never did a test. I hated tests. So, if they would have involved history, I think that it's important for us to teach kids as well. And that's another thing. Recently, I just got back from Ohio.
Oh, right. And that's right. You were in Southeast Ohio with Dave Campberry.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
you should have let us know.
I know.
Really?
I don't know how close that was to y'all.
A ways.
Yeah, 3-4 hours, but that's nothing.
Yeah,
let y'all know. Yeah, we were. Garrett sponsored a camp. It was actually took place at a scout camp, and it was a group of kids that Dave had put this together, and Garrett sent about 30 metal detectors.
Awesome.
A bunch of ACE 350s, I think it was, and pinpointers, pouches, headphones. They sent the whole works.
Wow, nice.
It was really nice, and I got to meet Dave Canterbury in person because y'all know that I do on Monday nights a podcast.
I want to meet him.
Yeah, you
I do. I want to meet him. He was on that show, right?
Yeah.
That survival show.
Survivor, yeah.
Right. Dual survivors. Yeah.
That's it, Jesse. Thank you, Gypsy.
Yeah, my son, my oldest son, loves the Survivor shows, and
I love that show.
Yeah, he was so into that, and I used to watch it with him. And when I told him I was going to go detect with Dave Canterbury, he got really excited. So,
well, I did notice he did have a couple gold panning videos out now instead of his survival stuff, and then I saw him with the metal detector, and then unfortunately his house burnt down.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah, apparently the community really reached out to him, but I don't expect anything less from such great communities
Right.
I know our community in the treasure hunting realm has really gone full out and way and beyond expectations when our YouTubers friends have been in trouble. It's
They
I,
really are. They do a lot of that, and I think it's really special that we have such an amazing metal detecting, gold prospecting community, and
Just just the treasure hunting community in general. I mean, that
ex-
includes. I mean, because it includes Rose here with her magnet fishing. That's what she's about. Her and her partner. You know, that's what they do. They're magnet fishers.
oh, that's one
Fishers, right? Magnet fishers.
magnet fishers.
Right.
Yeah, I do magnet fishing as well. I have about three magnets. My next magnet I want to get is a 1,000-pound pull. I've got 2 500 pulls and I think it's a 350 pull.
Oh yeah. You know what? It's almost an addiction.
It's all that same community. It's all a treasure hunting community. Just different methods of treasure hunting.
that's right, just different fingers in the hand of treasure hunters.
That's true, and my problem is I like it all. I like
I hear you.
I like the metal detecting. I like the prospecting. I love bottle digging, dump digging, sifting, arrowhead hunting, rock hunting. So it's in my.
It's like that once you spark that treasure hunting thing in you, it's such a profound thing that it gets you into anything that involves finding something, you know.
That's so true. And I found out not too long ago. It was funny. I was talking to my mom and she said, "Do you remember when your uncle took you across the street at your Aunt Nancy's in East Texas, across the street to where an old homestead was, and he had this really cheap metal detector, and you were about 3.5 years old?" And I took it over there. I said, "No." I had no idea. So see, it started really young. I guess it was subconsciously still there.
I actually remember what triggered my treasure hunting thing. You know, like I was born in 1950, so like in the mid 50s, I remember going with my dad and my godfather to the dump, taking stuff to the dump, right? But not just taking stuff to the dump, searching.
That's what I did too.
Searching. My godfather actually played a trick on me, right? He says, "You need to go look in that couch over there." You know, he had put a dollar bill in there, but he'd already. I found out later he already put that in there. But he says, "You need to go look in that couch. You always look in the couches for money. There's change and stuff." So I reached in there, boom, a dollar bill. I was hooked. I'm looking. I'm always, you know, when I was a kid, I would look down a lot to find them pennies and them dimes and that envelope with $300 in it, you know, because I did find one, you know.
That's where it starts when you're young, and the people in your life, like your grandparents, your who did you say?
My godfather.
Godfather.
Yep.
I had several influences. My dad would go bring me to the dump, but my grandfather too, he would go to the dump and he showed me the couch thing too. Another thing he would do is he'd pull out his pocket knife and he would go to the back of the couch and cut the couch, and sometimes change would fall out.
Right, cut above that seam back there because the chain would drop in that seam and stay right there. Oh my God. That's
so, yeah. And the same thing with the always looking down. I had a great uncle that he would get up every morning, early a.m., and he lived in a small town, and he would walk all over that whole town. He would walk to the car wash, to the school, through parking lots. He'd come back with a handful of change and sometimes some jewelry and stuff. And
That'd be
Yep.
that'd be my pop and chips for the day and stuff, you know. Oh, hey, you know, we've been sitting here chatting, and we didn't even say hi to our chat room tonight.
No, and
We
that's
just-
my bad. I've been thinking about interjecting, but I've been so excited to have
I know.
Gypsy
same
back
here.
on. I hopped right back into
I
it.
know.
They're
But
talking amongst themselves. They're having a hoot.
No, that's good.
please forgive
Oh,
us, Gypsy, while we say hi to all our family and friends out there, our Flash fam.
Yep. Oh, look. Jersey History Hunters. What's up, dudes?
Yeah, we got to
MHD
meet Audra and
collecting.
Rach. They
David V,
came
how are
to
you
Gold
tonight?
Rush.
There's
Oh,
Luke
look,
Duke. What's up, Luke Duke?
Ert, and I guess Ert was on time. He must have set his alarm clock.
And there's our
Ah,
greatest
All
moderator,
man.
The
Mr.
world's
Lodak.
greatest moderator.
Dirt
Absolutely.
Diggers UK. How you doing, Cloudhopper Scott and Kimmy? I'm sure Kimmy's asleep. She Digs. We have our Norwegian friend with
She
us.
digs. How are you tonight?
I
Or
see
today?
Roger James from Tasmania.
Duke.
Our Aussie friends are here. Good morning down under, Madison,
Yep.
Maine.
Historical
Future
Factor,
bleep.
An outdoor influencer a little bit earlier, but I don't know if they're there. An ambient girl. Yeah, I was just gonna.
Ambient girl.
Okay,
she's
ambient girls out
Hello, Nancy.
RST. What's up?
Drum Detect.
No, yep. Roger James.
There's an
Dustin,
official
how you
gold digger in
doing?
here tonight.
Peener.
The
Yes.
Official gold digger.
Yes, he's a
official.
Canadian. He's a metal detectorist. He had actually a pretty good stream last night
Yeah.
with the owner or
Jazzy.
representative of, oh shoot. They make the
Anybody say Benzo's in here?
Simplex.
Benzo,
I
I
always
see
mess
Benzo,
up
yeah.
their name, but I have their pinpointer.
I'm detective.
Necro and Macro, or
Future
is that
Bleeps.
right, Gypsy? Necro
Finger's
Macro?
in here still. He's been here
Yeah.
for a bit now.
Yeah, David Villa.
Finger, yes, I see Finger. Future Bleeps.
Yeah, we
What-
missed David Villa. I wish we could have met up with him.
David says, we have
I
Gypsy,
know.
we don't care, Ed.
American Woodland Relics. How's it going? Madison, Maine. Wow, lots of people.
Hey, Paul, American Woodland Relics. Mark Miller, Dennis Hedrick, Nick Moeller, Molnar.
You don't know who
I
Oh,
always
he is,
think
Dennis, hang
of,
around. You'll find out.
what's that TV show?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. I always, they're out there somewhere. I forget.
The truth is out there.
Yeah, somewhere. Benzo JP. That reminds me, I do have 2 vacuum con bags unsearched from this Yuba River of the Motherlode. It's going to be donated to the fundraiser raffle JP Lonzamore is having for our good friend Justin Keith Prospecting down in the Dominican Republic to help with him and his family with all the hurricane damage they have. So, X-Files, thank you very much, Audra and Rach.
The
Fox
X-Files.
Mulder, yes. Thank you,
Yeah.
official gold digger.
Hey, Thomas, what's up?
Lucky Ducky Thomas, folks.
What's up?
I hope they're awesome, JP. I hope. When
I don't
I
know. You
poured
got
the
that-
material in the pound bag, I had a little left over in the pan, and yeah, I had to look. So I panned it out. There was color in it. So hopefully, I have no idea what's in the bag. Could be flakes, specks, poops. Could be pickers. Might even be a nugget. You get
can
the
never know.
leaves, you get everything. Went up my vacuum hose into the container and into the bag, and in the
Hopefully there's-
video
hopefully
I
there's some lead
waited
in there
out.
too.
Oh, I'm
Don't
sure
mind the
there's
ants
some
or anything.
lead. So whatever I got, you got. So it'd be a gamble for somebody. But okay.
Okay. So what you got? What you got cooking? Back to Gypsy.
Okay, back to Gypsy. Thank you, everybody.
She after all is the guest. What you got cooking in the future here? Anything good?
So yeah, I'm working on a few new projects. One, I just recently took a trip up north, and I found my first gold nugget. So,
Yeah.
These are my first gold nuggets. All 3 of them in one day.
I wasn't that lucky.
I had an awesome teacher. I had an awesome guy that was showing me the ropes, 2 toes. Sensei, I can. I think I can.
I mean,
he showed us a lot. And then
I'm gonna call him Sensei anyway. Sensei
Right.
Toes.
And our hosts and all the people we met were awesome. They were all great. So again, back to you. Sorry.
Wonderful experience. I got to see y'all's nuggets earlier that you found. Those
Yeah.
are really nice. Mine attached to a piece of quartz, and it wasn't as pretty as y'all's.
Oh, hey, I like specimens.
Yeah, specimens a lot neater.
Specimens are nice. Anytime you can find a piece of gold
Yes.
that's still attached to the quartz, that's awesome.
Nice find there, Gypsy.
Yeah, big time.
It was really neat. So it was actually for a TV show that we were filming for. So I can't disclose the details on yet, but
Can you disclose what show yet?
what I can tell you is that some of you know the guy named Freddie Dodge.
Yeah.
So I was filming with Freddie Dodge and
Really awesome.
Juan from the Gold Rush show. Now
Ibera.
I can't remember his last name. I'm bad with names, but what I can do is it will be airing on the Discovery Channel soon, and then once it airs, it's a new show. This is the first season, and once it airs, I'll be able to talk more about it.
Cool.
Well, we'll have to get you back then later.
Yes, definitely.
We have to do that. And then I'm also working on another TV project that I can't disclose too much information, but what I can tell you is that I did sign a contract with the producer, and I'm going to be basically directing that show and hosting that show.
Metal detecting? Is it going to be metal detecting? Yeah. Cool.
You still have your podcast also, right?
Still have the podcast on Monday nights. The last 2 Mondays, we had some issues. We were going to have Steph Tangway from, gosh, my brain went.
She's from New England.
New England?
Yeah, Vermont, New Hampshire, somewhere up there. We had her on a couple of weeks ago. She was a great guest.
She's a great gal. We had a lot of fun. I met her when I was in New York last year at Pound the Ground. And I got invited to go to Pennsylvania this weekend. And I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting to hear back from Garrett if they're going to send me. Fingers crossed. I hope I get to go dig some colonial goodies. It would be nice. But anyway, yeah, she was supposed to be our guest last Monday night, and then this Monday, which was yesterday. And unfortunately, we had some issues. We used Spreaker, but we have to go through Skype, and unfortunately, we anyway, there was some bad issues with.
Yeah. We used to have a lot of bad issues with Skype. So that's why we've gone to Zoom. It's been a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Plus, Ed upgraded his computer too, so that helped a lot.
Yeah, that helped a tremendous amount. Well worth the money I put in it.
But Zoom still works better in this format we got here.
Definitely. But yeah, we've been having some issues, so hopefully we'll get that up and running soon and be able to get back on there. But anyway, yeah, all metal mode on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. If any of y'all can join us. And we need to have you guys on as some guests sometime as well.
Sure, just let us know, and I'm sure we can make it happen, right, guys?
I'm sure we can do something.
Heck yeah.
That'd be fun. That would be fun. So, yeah.
No. I'm scared.
Good thing is they don't have to see your face.
I'm in.
Yeah, on the phone, just chat with us. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on there and get to meet a lot of diggers that way as well. So, of all types.
Deej says, "Hi, Gypsy, digging with Deej."
Sister's out there too, Jesse.
Hi, Deej.
My sister is? Hi,
Yep,
sister.
she was in the chat.
Oh, I missed her.
I said hi to her. She said hi back.
Okay.
Also, our favorite Connect, Liz. Hi, Liz.
Melly Man's in the house.
Yep.
Hey, Michael. Oh, you bring the great nicest crowd in with you, Gypsy.
I'm telling you.
I know we had a JHH raid though. Our good pals, those dudes, they rock. Audra and Rage.
They're a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, we had them as guests at our Gold Rush days here in Ohio over Labor Day weekend. Also met Joel from Digging Deep Beeps for a day, and they were a pleasure to be around. Great dudes. I set them up on my dredge, my high
Came out of their element.
let them play in the water and do some digging. Audra won an Equinox 600 in the metal detecting hunt.
Wow.
They had a good time. They had a really good time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wonder if they panned out that dirt I sent them home with. But yeah, it was a great time getting to know them. It's amazing the opportunities to travel and meet new people. Our hobby of YouTube has done, or should I call that a lifestyle too?
So have you gone overseas yet, Gypsy?
Not yet. When COVID hit, Garrett was about to send me to Italy.
Ooh.
And
cool.
And unfortunately, COVID hit and didn't get to go. And I've been invited to England, but still, that'll probably be, next year once COVID hopefully dies down and stuff. So.
Yeah, I think we're coming to the end sooner than later, hopefully.
Where y'all planning on going?
Who, us?
Yeah.
Well, we'll go wherever we want.
Well,
I mean, whatever we can afford at any particular time. And we just came back from California, so.
Spent 9 days out there.
Yeah, we spent 10 days there.
So we're at where at in California?
Oh, just hanging out?
We
Somebody's
stayed
house?
in the Sacramento area,
Right,
but we went
Sacramento.
up.
California, it's up Smith Gold.
We went up into the Motherlode country and did some prospecting on the Yuba, and then with Smith Gold and Gary from Two Toes channel, we went to a undisclosed location.
Undisclosed.
Yeah, undisclosed.
To find a lot of gold.
No Tellum Creek. That's where we found our nuggets.
All
Right.
together, everybody together found 1.25 ounces that day.
Right. That was awesome.
Combined.
Yes.
That's awesome.
You know, even if I just found a little bit, I would have still had nothing to complain about. I mean,
Okay.
No, that was a good day out, especially with
Oh,
Chief.
yeah.
He gave us all a set of his tools.
Right.
And we gave him a towel.
Jeff's in the house.
yeah. How
That's what I
you
said. He's
doing?
in there. He said no Tellum Creek too. Went to no
Yeah,
Tellum
no
Creek.
Tellum Creek.
Yeah, no Tellum Creek.
No Tellum Creek.
But you know,
There's quite a few of those around, Gypsy.
Yeah.
No Tellum Creek. Yeah.
You know, it's the same, you know, same for us, like with you when you get to meet someone you've been watching on YouTube and, you know, trying to learn from them. And then you finally get to meet them and they're just great people. I mean, it's just, you know, awesome.
Something about meeting them in person too. I mean, you really get to know them because on a more, you know, personal level where, you know, through their YouTube channel, you get a glimpse of their
Right. You know, I mean, you know, through like, you know, all these guys' YouTube channels, you get to see, you know, what they're like. But when you actually hang out with them for a while, you get to see what they're really like off camera. What, you know, what's what and what is it, right?
Yeah,
Right.
you really find out now, are they just putting on an act?
Right. And for
Or
the most
are they being themselves?
And for the most part, as you well know, if you're not yourself on YouTube, you will be called out on it.
You will, right.
You know, so chances are these people, when you do meet them, they are what you see. You know, which is cool. You know, like with Two Toes, when you watch his videos, you gain a lot of knowledge just watching his videos. But when you're with him, all that knowledge becomes reality for you. You know, all those things that you've been watching and you've heard him talk about, you're actually seeing what he's seeing. And it's awesome. So
yeah, I love that. There's something about being there with them, you know, that person after watching them on video, and then it changes the perspective even a little more.
Right. Oh yeah. Like one of the things that really sticks out in my mind, anyways, watching these videos and they talk about, oh yeah, we hiked in, no big deal, You know, we hiked here, we hiked there. It's it's cool. We had fun until you go do it yourself.
Right.
And you realize this 1 mile hike or 1 hour hike is like up and down through small paths up on the side of mountains and stuff. And you're, and it's hard work. I see these guys in a whole different light now because I understand what they go through to get to the easy gold.
I tried to prepare you, Jesse. I tried.
And it's funny because when you're there with the people actually, go prospecting or metal detecting or magnet fishing or bottle digging or whatever kind of aspect of treasure hunting you're doing, when you condense it down in a video, you're only seeing, usually, like in my case, most of my videos, you're seeing a little bit of my surroundings and you're seeing what I dig up, but you're not seeing, like you said, well, the mile hike it took to get there and the drive it took to get there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
had to climb and how
Right.
dirty you are.
Yeah, right. You're climbing that hill to get up to that homestead or that cellar that's in the middle of the woods,
Right.
going through brush. Yeah, your typical audience doesn't see that part because let's face it, who wants to watch that?
Right.
I
Like
mean,
right here from my
yeah.
not yesterday, but the day before, I've got scratches all over my arm from going through the woods there. And people aren't going to see that in my video unless I actually show them it. But they don't see that, you going through that brush and crawling sometimes.
Right. Oh, the first thing that happened to me, the first thing I noticed after our first hike, I wound up with old man arms. with all the red dots and splotches and stuff. Like, it was like everything I touched bruised me,
That's so true.
Smith Gold wants to know if you about detecting with Jace and Jeff Robinson. Are those somebody you know?
Jeff Robinson.
Jace and Jeff Robinson.
Oh, yes, I did. I did get to detect with Jace and Jeff, and I think it was Jeff's cousin as well, which he wasn't in the video. But I've got to detect twice with Jace now, actually 3 times. But anyway, they're really great people, and Jace actually, I invited him. He has a property also. I think Jeff does too, over here in Austin near where I live as well. Plus, they have their place in Louisiana. I can't think.
Brain freeze there.
And anyway, yeah, they're great. Most of you know who that is. If you don't know who that is, they are from the TV show Duck Dynasty.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, they really down to earth, really nice guys. Jace, when I was there, he found a seated. It was a seated half dime, and some other little odds and ends and stuff. But it was a lot of fun. We did have fun.
I just realized that I didn't even correlate the name Robinson.
Yep, that's who. So yeah, they're a lot of fun. Jeff was really sweet. He kept every time he would dig something, he would bring it over there to me, and I'd pull out my brush, and he would use my brush to clean his finds off and stuff. They're all pretty new to metal detecting. Now, Jace, I think, has been detecting about a year, and I think Jeff a little less than a year. So, but they're found some pretty incredible stuff just in the short time that they've been detecting.
I'm
cool.
sure it's all an hours type game too. The more hours you can get in doing the lifestyle, the more goodies you find.
That's so true. And I'm sure, with just like with gold prospecting or any type of thing you do, the more time you put in it, the better, of course, and efficient you get at what you do, and the more you learn. And same thing with metal detecting. The more you're out with a particular metal detector that you have, the better you get at it, and the more you find. So.
And the more people that you can get to help you out as you're learning, the quicker you can learn some of these things, because the things that I learned just in those 10 days would probably take me all year here to figure out on my own, so yeah, anytime you get an opportunity to go with somebody where you can learn something new, go for it. That's the way I feel anyways.
That is so true. And I remember when I very first started metal detecting, you know, we didn't have YouTube to watch. We didn't have, you know, it didn't exist. I've been
Holy
detecting
cow, you've been melly-teching for centuries, huh?
22 years now.
Decades even.
So yeah, we didn't have, you know, all these how-to videos.
Right, right.
But like you said, a lot of it comes, though, I think, really with experience. You can watch a video all day on how-to, but until you get out there and try it yourself, you don't
Right.
really know how hard it is or how much work goes into it either until you're out there.
Right, absolutely. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's great that we have YouTube to help us out, and it's still a bit of a shortcut, but it still takes you going out there and doing it. It's like I can sit all day, and I did. When I first started prospecting for gold, I watched YouTube videos how to pan, and I'd go get a small bag of pay dirt, and I'd try it, but I still wasn't getting it, until someone had to show me, and I got it. Then I realized that it was like when I learned how to juggle. All the guys, seriously, all the guys said was, this is the theory. You do this when this happens, and you do this when that happens. Now go practice.
Right.
Now go practice doing that.
Practice does make perfect. I mean, it maybe not, a little bit of luck goes in there as well.
Well, persistence.
Persistence is the key, number one.
Right. So I did. I went home and with 3 oranges next to the bed, because it was easier to pick them back up when I dropped them. Otherwise, they'd roll all over the floor, right? So stand by the bed and do it. And after a while, I figured it out. Practice. And then within probably 8 hours of practice, I had it down to where I had the theory down, and I knew what I was doing. I started adding tricks to it, started doing this. And once you get the theory, once you figure that out, now you can get fancy. Like with a metal detector, once you figure out what at a particular number you're likely to find a certain type of object. Mm-hmm. So now you have that as your theory. Now you practice listening. Mm-hmm. And you actually can hear when it is not a piece of gold, when it is a nickel. Right? That takes practice, right? It takes a lot of practice.
It really does. And a lot of people think that they can just pick up a metal detector, and go find, there is such thing as beginner's luck sometimes. That's
sure.
True. But some of it is, getting used to your machine, no matter what kind of machine you have, and knowing those nuances of that machine. And once you learn that and really practice that, then you tune in and boom, you start really finding stuff when you get to those good locations.
Right. It's like the state park, or I mean the state carnival grounds that I can go metal detect. I take my metal detector out there and I think, okay, non-ferrous. That's a good signal, right? I'm gonna get maybe a piece of silver, a piece of jewelry. No, it's a round ball of aluminum foil from like a hot dog wrapper, like from the 50s and 40s. It's an old state. It's always been, the state fairgrounds, Lucas County Fairgrounds, right? It's always been there, so these old tight pieces of aluminum foil. And every time. But it's on good signal. Oh, nice and strong, and it's got to be silver. It's not.
Right. I remember one time in particular where I was detecting on the beach in Galveston many, many, many years ago, and this was in the winter. And in the winter, you wait for the low tides, the really what we call the minus tides, the negative tides. And I went out there. It was negative tide. The sun was high. I was like, this is perfect. It's not hot. It's not too cold. And I'm detecting and I'm digging pull tab after pull tab after pull tab till, and a few coins in between there. And finally, I'm like, okay, after the 99th pull tab, here goes another pull tab signal. I'm going to dig it anyway. And boom, it was old men's gold wedding band. And sometimes that's where that persistence pays off, with digging all that trash. So
somebody just showed up here in the room that you dug with. Terry Carter. What's up, Terry?
oh
Hey,
man,
Terry.
I love Terry. Terry Carter's cool.
Terry's awesome. I just adore Terry. Great guy.
Yep. Yeah, he's in the room saying hi.
Awesome. Yeah, him and I got to meet in Colorado.
Right.
There's another one I'd like to meet.
With Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Wayne
Yeah,
Pete.
Wayne's in the room.
Wayne and Nugget Noggin.
Yep.
Wayne's here too.
Yeah, he's
Awesome.
here.
He must
He
be
was.
lurking.
He was a little while ago.
I'll tell you what.
Came in and said hi.
He
Hi.
usually does.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyways, back to what we were talking about. I didn't mean. I just saw him. He said he just dropped in the. No, never mind. He just dropped in to say hi.
Cool.
He does that once in a while to us. So yeah, practice. That's what it takes. It's fun to have people with knowledge around you willing to help you too. I mean,
It is.
that's what's great about this community. Everybody is willing to help, give tips, give pointers.
Right.
Even when you don't ask for them, but that's okay.
That's so true.
It can be a little tough. My counterpart, my magnet fishing partner, Angela, was learning how to pan at the Flash Bash with these guys, and she was figuring it out, and she was just starting to see her gold, and Jess came up and shook it all up and made her start all over again and said, practice.
Exactly.
She was kind of struggling, So I took the pan away from her. Let me see if you got any gold in there. And I showed her that there was gold in there. And she goes, oh. I go, do it again.
So, Rose, did you find any gold there?
Angela was so excited about panning, and we were trying to film some YouTube videos. So I decided to be cameraman Rose for the day. Now we've brought some dirt back with us. We were given some dirt, and I haven't had the opportunity to pan it out yet, but I can't wait to try.
Cool. What about magnet fishing? So tell us about your favorite magnet fishing find.
Oh man, I always think that's such a broad question. I think it depends on what people think is cool. I found which I was super stoked about the wagon wheel. I found an old vintage two. Now we found two. The tops to ice cream makers where you churn the ice cream.
Yeah.
Super excited about that. But then of course there's your I found a handgun. Angela's found a shotgun.
Oh, cool.
So the guns are always awesome. But it's there's so much. I know you said you've tried it out. I don't know how many catches you've had or not, but sometimes you get so much you forget about some of the cool stuff because you're so overwhelmed with what comes out next, and so lots of cool stuff.
That's cool. I want to find a gun. I just.
I think
I think that's on every magnet fisher person's bucket list: a gun or a safe.
Right.
Everybody always likes finding a bike the first time. It's not fun after that.
Right. I found parts of bikes, but not full.
So what about you with your fishing? What's the coolest thing that you found?
Magnet fishing. I did find a coin, which surprised me. It turned out to be a Indian coin, a rupee or something like that. Thought that was neat because U.S. coins aren't magnets, so or they.
No, they're not. They're not magnetic, but right, European coins and overseas coins, they're magnetic.
Are so. I was happy to get that. Other than that, knives. I found a lot of knives and fishing things. Anything to do with fishing, I probably found.
Did you have you tried it out mainly at boat docks then?
Mainly boat docks, some rivers, some creeks, sometimes under some bridges and stuff, but just a lot of miscellaneous, some horseshoes and things.
On our bucket list. We haven't found a horseshoe yet. We want to.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
I found a few with the magnet, but horseshoes mainly with metal detecting. But so, have you tried metal detecting yet?
I haven't. Once again, Angela, I wish she was here. I really think she'd be enjoying the show today. She has attempted to metal detect. She's learning with practice. She will be teaching me once she understands her detector a little bit more. So
awesome. Yeah, you definitely do, because if you've already got the bug with magnet fishing, it's.
Then we met these guys, and then they threw gold into it, and we've done some gold digging ourselves. So yeah, all of it. We'll take it. Anything. We'll just give it
all.
And not only that, on her way to discovering about gold painting, she discovered gems too.
That one,
right?
I've been actively playing around with that one.
Really? That's cool. Well, when I was young, my dad got me into rock hunting. So rock hunting and especially fossil hunting. I grew up in West Texas area, and there was loads of fossils. So my dad would teach me all the names of the different fossils and stuff. So I go to some of the creeks here to go metal detect, but at the same time, I'm looking for fossils, rocks and stuff.
You got to jump in there. My father also took me fossil hunting a lot as a child.
Oh, cool.
We did that. And it kind of circles back to in the beginning of being younger and having people you love take you out and show these experiences to you, and it just staying with you for the rest of your life.
It really does. And that's where we don't realize what impression we're making on people. And it's so important, I think. Anyone we meet these days, just kind of how I got into metal detecting, most of you probably already heard this, but it was a couple coming up from the beach in Galveston, and I was visiting Galveston at the time, Galveston Island, and there was a couple coming up from the beach with a metal detector in their hand, and I just said, "Hey, did you have any luck?" And they showed me their finds, and I was like, "Wow, I'm going to get me a metal detector." About a week
There's
later,
treasure out there on them beaches.
If I would have only remembered that I had a metal, that my uncle had taken me out when I was 3.5 or so with a metal detector.
They're deep down. It's what popped out eventually. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, I hope you get. It's all so much fun. Did y'all get to watch my video when I got to go in the old gold mine?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, y'all got to check it out. That was cool. I'm not big on tight places and stuff like that, but that's definitely top on my list this year. That was one of my most exciting things. I wish I'd have had more time while I was in there, because I'd love to have maybe found some gold in there. But
next time.
Yeah, hopefully next time. So it was a blast. So if y'all get a chance, check out my going in the gold mine there. That was an experience for sure.
Yeah, I started to watch it, but it was late at night and I wake up really early.
Oh.
I'll have to rewatch it again.
Yeah, you definitely should. It was really neat. I get into this one part in the mine where it's this huge cave type area, and there's these huge wood beams, and there's this huge pulley. I can't even describe how big it is. And it's broken, and you can tell that there must have been a fire I don't say this in the video, but there had to have been a fire at one time in there because some of those huge, thick wood beams are burnt, and that must have fallen and broke that pulley when it fell. But imagine.
What state is the gold mine in?
It was in up in Oregon.
Oh, cool.
So it was a really neat experience. So.
A hard rock mine up around Oregon. Was it in the Sumter area?
Not sure where the Sumter area is.
Eastern Oregon.
I was north, I guess. I was near Idaho.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
Baker County area.
They
had a huge gold rush in Baker County, Baker area, Oregon. Bakerville might be the name of it. Boy, it's been a long time since I've been back home to the Pacific Northwest, but yeah, cool.
Are you from there?
I've lived there. I'm from I'm a native Southern Californian, and by choice I claim Northwest Washington. I raised my children in the sticks, in the foothills of the North Cascades in Washington.
Gotcha.
A beautiful area. If you ever get up to Northwest Washington, take a trip into the Cascades up Highway 20, and you'll drive by like 3 houses I used to live in. Heading up the Skagit River to the North Cascades.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful area.
Oh. Yeah, that way I've only been there a few times, I guess, and I have family in Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington, and the trees there and all that area is just so gorgeous.
Skagit Valley's like 2-3 counties above Seattle. It's like an hour and a half north of Seattle.
I just remember a lot of rain.
Oh, yeah, lots. But that's why it's so green.
That's true. That's true. Here you've got cactus and it's dry.
Yeah, we don't even have rattlesnakes on the wet side of the Cascades. Got to go to the east side for that.
We have a lot of rattlesnakes here, so that's for sure.
I like cactus.
Yeah, you were talking about how to eat them at my brother's.
Right.
It's like...
Yeah, they're not fun to metal detect around. Now,
no, I don't imagine they would be.
Speaking of cactus, I was out not yesterday, but no, let's see, when was it? Sunday. I was with my friend Zola and Scott, and we were detecting an area. It's about a little over an hour from here. And we were detecting all day, and we were about ready to leave. And right up next to a cactus, and I hate detecting around cactus because you bend down, and sure enough, you're going to end up getting it in your leg or your bottom or something. It's not fun. But
sit down on a cactus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
yeah, they don't take much.
It doesn't. And I pretty epic find right up there by that cactus. So that video will be coming out soon. I did post it on my Zero Discrimination group page. If y'all aren't a member of that, come by and check that out. But I found it's a fairly rare Confederate Civil War Texas star button. So
I saw that post on Facebook. Nice.
So, man, I looked it up and I found one for sale on a Civil War site, and of course it was in good condition, not like mine that had been dug up. I think it was worth $3,900 and something dollars.
Ooh.
Wow.
One button. So
Wow. Wow. Now, speaking of something like that with your relics, do you ever sell any of your relics, or do you put them in your collection?
I've got all my relics in my collection. I don't sell any of those. I have sold some of my rings and stuff in the past. Sometimes for extra cash. I don't like selling my finds, but there's been a few times in my life where I just needed the extra cash, and so I went and sold some of my gold rings and stuff like that. But
I can understand that, Gypsy. I don't like selling my gold, but to have a cushion for a trip or go somewhere and meet some people, I'll sacrifice some finds sometimes. It just gives me more incentive to look for more.
right, exactly. I'm going to.
HD Shovelhead says, I like when Ed has to sell gold. Well, he said flashing your pan, but yeah, I bet you do, HD. You and our friend Richard Davis. But hey, you know, a guy needs money to spend on these trips.
No kidding.
Unfortunately, it doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah. Now, Garrett, if you're listening, you know, well, we can always talk about sponsorships for the show.
Right?
Or like sometimes you want to sell your gold because you want to do something do something to create some swag. Yeah, I might call in later, Bryan.
Oh, our friend Bryan, another one of
Bryan.
our friends
Yep.
here on YouTube who has become a celebrity.
Yep.
Bryan is on a dredge with Vern Atkins
In the Bering Sea.
on the Bering Sea. So we
That-
might get to see him on Bering Sea Gold.
Oh,
That'd be awesome. And Bryan's a great guy, American Gold Dredger
Yep.
or American Gold Prospectors. Great guy. I've had the privilege of meeting him.
Oh, hello, Pia.
Hi, Pia.
Long time no see.
Let me see. I had a question from Drum Detect. I think we touched it earlier, but he must have missed it. When did you start detecting, Gypsy?
She was 3 years old.
years old now. 22 years ago. So I'm not going to give away my age, but
Make her about 25.
I'm approaching a big mile mark coming up soon.
25. So you did start really young.
Right. So yep, 22 years now.
Awesome. Is there something that you're still looking for that's eluded you this whole time?
Yeah.
Your white rhino?
That's why we were, my friends that invited me up to go to Vermont. I really want to go. I've never dug a copper, a large copper.
Copper stud?
Right. Here in Texas, you mainly find the oldest pennies you're going to find, of course, are Indian heads. So when I was in Ohio up there, I was hoping to find one. My buddy Mike took me to a few permissions, and I get an Indian instead of a large. He said if the fields would have been plowed, he said you would have gotten your largie, but unfortunately, you know, the crops weren't in yet, so I didn't get my largie. So it's eluded me for 22 years.
Yeah.
Madison, Maine says there's a large copper in every old field in Maine.
I bet. I bet. It's another place I want to get back to is my co-host on Monday night's podcast she's from Maine, and we had planned a trip up there in spring, but then COVID hit. So
That's COVID.
yeah, messed all of our plans up. And then we were going to be meeting with, I don't know, some of you might follow her on YouTube, Nicola White. She does the
mudlarking, yeah.
Okay. And she was going to meet us. She was going to fly in with a friend to New York, and she was going to ride a bus or something down and meet us. We were going to be digging in our button dump that we dug in last year about this time. And she was going to go with us. But unfortunately, that got all messed up with COVID. So didn't get to go. And then Amanda, she had a bunch of permissions planned in Maine while I would be there. So I was hoping to get over there and find a copper, but
Well,
you'll get there. You'll get there.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So hopefully 2021 will be better than 2022.
Right.
Actually, for 2020, I've had a really good year.
Have you?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm expendable, so
You've been working.
I've been working. I'm an essential worker because I'm expendable, and I've got to go on a couple of trips.
We had our outing. We had the flash.
We had the Flash Bash, which was a huge success, and Audra and Rach came for Gold Rush Days, which was awesome. Geez, it's been a real good year. I found 3 nuggets in one day.
That's awesome.
Actually, I take that back. It's been a good year.
It's been a good year. It's been a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really can't complain. Even though most of my trips that I had planned, like the Italy with Garrett and the plan to up there to Maine and Rhode Island and all of that, even though all that got canceled because of COVID and stuff, I found some pretty neat stuff this year. And then Garrett came out with the Apex and found quite a bit of silver with the Apex and some gold with the Apex, gold necklace and
Cool.
whatever fine. But anyway, it's been turned out to be a neat little machine. Don't let the ace fool you. That's for sure. With the ace in the name, I know a lot of people were disappointed, or I've had some people say that they were disappointed that they put it in the ace category. But it's a whole different breed, I think, of machine for Garrett, in my opinion. So I found some really neat stuff with that Apex this year so far.
You're connected with the Digger's Den also, right? So
Yeah.
if someone needs a metal detector, they could head over to the diggersden.com, is it? And
yeah, so I'm a sales rep for Digger's Den. So if you need a metal detector or metal detecting supplies, we also recently got the the Blue 3, the hookah system for like shallow diving, or if you're doing dredging or anything like that. It works great for underwater stuff like that as well, because you don't have to be scuba certified to do that.
right.
but we have those as well. So if you're in need of an upgrade for a metal detector, just let me know. You go to www.dddetectors.com. That's Diggers Den Detect, dddetectors.com. Or, you can always go to one of my videos. I always put a link in the in the description of my videos on Zero Discrimination. YouTube, you can go and click on the link below. And yeah, just if you order online, use code Gypsy and you get a little bit of a discount as well. So but that helps me out, because this is all I do now is basically represent Garrett and sell metal detectors and metal detecting supplies. We also sell magnets as well. We sell brute magnets. So if you need any kind of treasure supply, feel free to let me know. Drop me a message, PM me, email me.
Oh.
Yeah, brute magnets are the best. Angela and I agree.
I love my brute, especially the one with the case, because for me, a lot of times when I travel, I can just put that case in my suitcase or whatever, and love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, we preach the cases a lot too. At least for the starters, we're always like, go ahead and get the case and get that, because once you get one, you'll know. Just keep the cases.
Definitely. Yeah. In that case, people don't realize, when you're putting your equipment in the back of your car, and if you don't have that magnet protected, it's going to snap on to whatever.
That's right.
You got to be careful with those things. So be sure. And I really recommend getting the case. Not much more. It's worth the money.
Agreed.
And, for sure.
So Rose, how's your glove search going?
Guys, I've been using this as an excuse over and over and over and over, and it's now over. So I'm going to pick some things back up. But the wedding really holds.
Oh, okay. Never mind. The wedding. This is Briggs.
But I'll be picking it back up. I have not heard from the distributor I first contacted, but Snorkel Pirate has actually looked into another brand that I think I'm going to check out as well. So I'll get back with you on that, Jess. I'll answer later.
So I missed something. I don't know what you're talking.
Yes. A new safety feature for the Vixens, very top of their priority list, is better quality gloves. Something not only is cut proof but puncture proof.
That's right, puncture proof. I recently hurt myself and got a pretty disgusting infection off of some metal that stabbed me. Trying to warn, because we're always pushing it. We're saying, try the magnet fishing, give it a shot. Now we want to make sure that we say when you do it, be cautious and be safe.
Very cool. Yeah, and I say that to people too, metal detecting as well. Always wear your gloves because of glass and especially with magnet fishing, you pull up, well, in my case, I've pulled up a lot of rusty, sharp objects, as well as fishing hooks, same metal detecting in the water and stuff, a lot of fishing hooks, and not fun.
So caution, I think is what we're gonna really push at for a while.
Definitely.
Wear your gloves, that's right. I'm glad you say it, because digging in the ground has to be, or I'm sure can be, just as dangerous, especially if you're getting excited and you're just popping your hand in there. You don't know what you're reaching for.
So true. So true.
We as prospectors, especially those of us that dredge a lot, really need to be aware of that too, because you run into metal down there too, sharp nails, barbed wire,
glass, wire.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that would be interesting to find out what kind of gloves you find. They may work other areas. So,
yeah, I've tried all kinds of gloves, because when I detect in the rivers here. I wear a glove out. I can wear a glove out with one hunt.
Well, we all do, you know. Especially if you're going especially if you're going somewhere and buying, you know, the inexpensive gloves because you know you're gonna wear them out, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But in the reality, if you're talking about safety and stuff, maybe you do need to spend a little more money.
You get what you pay for.
Right.
That's true.
So true. Sorry, my battery's getting low here, so I'm trying to plug this in.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
No, no. Gotta have at least 2 hours now.
Y'all lose me, you know what happened. I don't know why it's not charging.
Put a nickel in.
Sounds like my phone, doggone thing.
At 10%.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Davis, hello.
Full time too, so.
I say hi to Jason Keith tonight. What's up, Jason, brother?
Jason,
I hope all is well in the Dominican with you and your family, brother.
I just saw he posted that the rivers are still raging and he's doing what he can. So, where is Angela tonight?
had some family. She's got some family stuff to do, so.
Oh.
Oh,
Right.
gee.
And we both checked your channel out together, Gypsy. I was talking.
Oh, really?
The guys were so excited about having you back on. Like it makes it more exciting for us, you know. And they were talking about us and talking about you, and then of course Ed loves showing his painting. He really loves that painting. Together, I tried to get her in, and I could not get her today.
Well, maybe I can meet her sometime too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're doing any traveling, anywhere near the St. Louis area, we'd love to take you out to a bridge or two and let you dip the magnets with us.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
I'm sure what we do is end up picking your brain more about metal detecting, but try to get there and trade off, you know.
If you're ever in the Texas area, you know,
Sure.
let me know.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been to Illinois, so.
Oh, good.
There you go. There's a reason to go. Never been there.
Yeah, it's a big state, though, you know. And I'm sure you probably try to aim for historical sites.
Definitely.
But, you know, we've got plenty. You know, Illinois and Missouri, because we're so close to Missouri that it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over the river. But you ever do like hunted down old stories, old treasure that may be lost and need to be recovered? We want to try that out, and we got a couple areas right down the road from us where.
Oh, really? I may have to contact y'all when I travel that way for the TV show. So.
Sure.
Find some KGC gold.
Yeah, hidden treasures.
Yeah, we've talked about doing it, but once again, you got to find the time. You got to squeeze it into your life, and you know, and magnet fishing is our priority. It's the main thing that we put on our channel, so we have to let that prioritize. But I'd say in the near future, we're going to try to get a camping trip or two in some areas where there's rumored lost treasure and try to find that treasure.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Right.
So this show you're vaguely talking about. Is it you're gonna be traveling around to different states, just metal detecting, or treasure hunting in general?
Probably gonna touch on all aspects of treasure hunting, but the primary focus will be metal detecting, but hopes to throw in all aspects. I've got some stuff lined up for Florida with some diving on the Spanish Fleet.
Awesome.
I've got, and I'm hoping to get, you know, some gold prospecting in there as well.
Well, hey, perfect opportunity to get you to come to Gold Rush Days.
There you go.
You know, come to Gold Rush Days, and that way you can do your show there. Talk about gold panning in Ohio. You know, it's alive and well.
You'll
What,
let next time is, but yeah, we're going to be traveling. That we're going to. The goal is to eventually hit all 50 states and hopefully film at least 2 different locations in each state.
awesome.
So,
Hey, come to Gold Rush Day. That's the first weekend of September.
Every Labor Day weekend.
Right.
okay.
Yep. Every Labor Day weekend, and it's a fun time. It's
There's
an
gold,
experience.
there's metal detecting, and if we get the vixens there, I'm sure there'll be some magnet fishing.
Absolutely. Well, if it was anywhere near where the Flash Bash was at, those waters were so clean. You know, I don't know, Gypsy, if you tried it or not, if you tried it enough to make it to areas where you're just shocked with how clean some areas are versus other areas being filthy. It's like, where does that, what dictates where you're going to find the treasure out? We're trying so hard to find the trick to it, but we started with tax dollars, and then we went to rural areas, and it just, some people care more, some people care less is all we can
No rhyme or reason to it.
Nope.
Another thing you got to think about is flooding too. If there's areas where there's a lot of flooding, especially on rivers and creeks, what does it wash into? But it is a big deal about, sometimes with some of those floods, there's a big cleanups, and then other places there's not any cleanup. So they just let it leave it. And so all kinds of things can wash in there. So,
well, like we know a spot in Indiana that actually runs through an old dump site.
Oh wow!
Right. So when they have floods, they have a whole new crop of trash.
Yep.
So you have those kind of places.
That sounds
Oh, you want to go there? Oh yeah, you find anything from the fronts of old Zenith TVs to tons and tons and tons of zipper teeth.
a lot of dumps. There's
right.
a dump over not far from me in Texas that another YouTuber had invited me to go, and it has these huge burn piles where it went through like an incinerator, but some stuff made it through. And there's this city drainage that runs right through those burn piles, and it washes down into a creek. And so we go in there and search in that creek. You can't metal detect it because there's too much metal in it. But
full of zipper teeth and buttons
but we found some cool coins and jewelry. Some of it's melted from the incinerator, but there's some neat stuff in there.
That's cool. Yeah, so there's that could be the reason why some of those creeks that you metal detect, or magnet fishing, don't have anything, because they've been washed away by floods.
Sure.
And other places because it's all been moved there. like that one spot you're looking at.
Some people dump on property, or some people choose to dump in water is another one. I think, when we're in the cleaner areas, there are large properties that tends to be people with big properties, and maybe they're just dumping on their own property versus finding the closest bridge to haul it over. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're talking about the difference of 45 minutes and having water so clean you could take your shoes off and run through it, and water so filthy that we're talking about making a collaboration with friends to actually get the place cleaned up. So I don't know.
Yeah. There's a river I detect in a lot, and people it's had many floods, and people have done loads of cleanups on it. But the things that you can't get with the magnet, that's when I go in with the metal detector, and I find all kinds of coins and jewelry and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff deposited in there that you can't get with the magnet, that it's worth going back to them. Some of the
it drives us crazy knowing that as it settles into the settlement, the sediment, there's just, the magnet can only have so much pull. Even the big boys will only take it so far. Or sometimes it's just so stuck in there, you just can't pull it out. You just can't get it out.
That's true. And Jesse had a good point a while ago. Some of that stuff, when the water's so clear, it's pushed onto the banks and up high when it floods. And of course, another rain will push it back into the water sometimes. But those banks are great for, detecting too and finding that kind of stuff as well.
We need to take it to the next level, guys. We got to learn how to do the detection.
So you've been doing some mud larking too, huh?
Yeah, mudlarking, because up along those rivers and stuff like that, there's just rivers and creeks are the best. So I may have to, you have to let me know, and might have to plan a future trip before it gets too cold. I don't like the weather.
Yeah, being from Texas, no.
Ohio.
Oh, and yeah, you're acclimated to that Texas weather too, so even really cold is probably pretty severe cold to you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Maybe the spring, maybe some in the spring too. So
yeah, right.
Sure.
So
when you're mud larping, are you finding like specific areas, or is it just stuff that's being washed down the creeks, like what we're talking about from the big cities out into wherever?
yeah, because sometimes if you've ever walked along a creek, sometimes, of course, you want to look for those old dumps,
Right.
where there's runoffs from city that drains down into some of those creeks and stuff. Unfortunately, there's always going to be trash, modern trash, but along those banks, it's great for finding bottles and, marbles, mudlarking and finding stuff like that. But I guess if I ever get to go to the UK, like what Nicola does, if y'all have ever watched her,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, on the river, I know we pronounce it different here in the States, but the river Thames or Time.
River Times.
So that river has been used since the Romans. So they're finding everything from Roman all the way up through all the kings and queens,
Right.
you name it.
They've got an older history than we do.
So I just sit there and I'll watch those videos, and it pulls up something and it's oh, what it is this? It's 500-year-old thing. It's just I would love to dig some of that, or mudlark and find some of that type.
Well, the problem with that over there, you find it over there, you got to turn it all in.
Yeah. The cool thing about their law as opposed to our law, though, if you find anything of great historical value, you turn it in. But if they decide that the museums don't want it or anything, you get that back.
Oh, that's neat.
If not, the museums can offer different things. Some museums actually offer money.
Yeah, I've heard that they at least offer fair value for what it is you found.
Fair market value.
Right.
Some of them will offer, like, will you loan this to me? You'll basically get it back eventually, but they want to put it on display.
Right.
Stuff like that. So there's different, if I found something that old and they'd offered me a couple $100,000, I wouldn't turn that down.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, because let's face it. Oh, okay, you want to display it in my name? What the hell does that get me?
Right.
My name's in a museum. Lucky me. Give me the cash.
And I've donated things to local museums here, but you know, I know that I can't take it with me when I go, but
Right. Well, and that's the thing, great you found it. I mean, because the hunt is the treasure, right?
Yeah.
Hunting for it is what it's all about.
Oh yeah.
The treasure is great and awesome, but now the hunt's over. I'm kind of for something else.
it's the thrill and the mystery of the hunt.
Right. Absolutely.
You just never know what's next, and I think that's what keeps us all going.
Sure. Well, I mean, you find that. Let's say you find your copper that you've been wanting to find. You're not going to stop there.
Right.
You're going to say, "Now I found that. Now I want to find
Exactly.
this." Yeah, it's a never-ending thing. Once you're hooked, you're hooked. Did we lose Gypsy?
I think we lost Ed too.
We lost Ed. We lost Gypsy.
Yeah, I was going to step in for Ed and at least say thank you to Richard Davis for the super chat. I know we kind of talked through that, but I saw
I
that.
threw it in the chat there too.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Richard. We lost Ed a little bit ago.
I don't know how we lost everybody and we're still going.
I don't know.
Usually we lose Ed, show's over.
Yeah, yep. Is the show still going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you still hear us? Are we still talking?
Yeah. Are we here? Are we for
Are
real?
we here?
Now Gypsy's completely gone.
No, I'm here.
We're still here. Let's see. Ed fell off his chair.
Man. So we lost.
Somehow we remain live.
Yes. Well, he's just muted.
Yeah, I thought that maybe he stepped away for a second, or
But we lost Gypsy. Where did Gypsy go?
I hope her phone didn't die.
We lost everybody, and then we changed over to where whoever's talking comes up on screen now.
Well, wouldn't he have to have done that?
No, I think we lost him totally. I think it's just us.
No, I still see him. He's just got his mic muted.
So I'm saying I think he's gone because he's not said nothing in chat or anything.
We're
all alone.
Ed, what happened, buddy?
Help me, I've fallen and I can't get out.
The YouTube cops arrested him. Ron wants to know if he missed the safety meeting. Where's Ed?
I'm back. Sorry, I had to go use the men's room.
Okay, so we lost Gypsy.
Well, her battery must have died.
Yeah.
Gypsy.
Well, thank you very much, Gypsy, very much.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you. If you get to see this, it was really nice meeting you.
Yes. Again.
That's another one. Would like to meet on the river or field someday.
Yes.
Definitely.
That'd be
Definitely.
Yep. Says sorry.
Yeah, the battery
I
died.
see your battery died.
No worries, Gypsy. We knew it was getting low and you wouldn't charge. It wouldn't charge.
So now you'll have to come back another time. We'll give you some time to do your show. So you can come back and do it again.
Definitely.
And again, it was our pleasure, Gypsy.
Definitely our pleasure.
So now we've got 27 minutes to fill. Take it away, Rose.
Well, let me share the painting that Gypsy painted for me.
There you go. Put that up front and center.
And I love it. Even has some gold in the pan right there. And we've been looking for a really nice rustic frame for it. One day I'll find one just right. I still don't know if I want it in my shed or not.
Oh, you don't have to. You'd have to clean your shed up.
Yeah, with this definitely. But
Make sure that your frame is very safe. Like you get it professionally done and get the glass with the the UV
Get
protection.
it matted.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but I need a good rustic frame.
Maybe go somewhere to a frame shop and have them build you one, dude.
Yeah.
Because they can make them look rugged. You know what I mean? Brand new, but look rugged.
Yeah, they can.
Let me respond to Charlemagne here. Yeah, you will enjoy her adventures.
Yes.
You find some pretty cool stuff. And you missed Richard Davis, Ed. He gave you a
$50 super chat.
yes, sir.
Oh, I see it up there. Wow, here, I.
And of course, Ron for the Hills Mining is here.
Oh yeah, super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Davis. He has some more stickers on the way also. So.
Yes, I saw that.
I'm sure it would look great on your wall, Richard, but no. That is one treasure that's staying in my possession, my precious.
Yeah, that's right. If you guys haven't subbed to Zero Discrimination or guest Gypsy, go ahead and do that. She's got a lot of really good content out there.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Needs a
You mean,
sign
wait a minute,
like
wait a
this
minute.
when he takes 5.
Jaron, Charlemagne is not a rapper. May have that name, but it's not a rapper's name. It happens to be a very old name. Get it straight.
Okay, Deej, I'll check it out later. Pardon me.
Oh, Richard Davis said everyone gets a little special something on their decals. Those decals are so awesome.
They're sweet.
You really, I don't know who you used to design or what, but they are good looking.
Yeah, they're nice holographic, like this one. I like the little spider guy.
Yeah, I like the design. I like the hologram.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's
very cool sticker.
Nice little poker in the pan. Nice.
Jonathan Friend, how are you tonight?
Jonathan Friends, good to see you. That is a sweet sticker. Took weeks for the design. Yeah, I bet. Looks good, Richard. Looks really good with that picker in the pan, too.
I was thinking about taking one of my nuggets that I found and putting them in my little silver painting dude.
Oh, the one like this?
Yeah, but they're too big.
Oh, your nuggets are too big, huh?
Yeah, my nuggets are too big for the pan.
Oh dear.
Poor Jesse.
I know, I was disappointed. So I have to put some smaller little pieces in there.
Take you some slide cutters and chop one in half.
Okay.
I'll bet I can find some smaller ones in my vial. That'll fit in there just fine.
So you're talking about like the little silver guys that like M&M prospecting, they
Yeah.
those beautiful designs. Oh yeah, those, I think those are really neat.
They are. Here, let me take them out so you can see them a little better. Yeah, I was thinking now these would look really cool with actual gold in them.
What's that?
You know, the painter dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Much better than those pyrite pieces.
Pardon me. There's a Deej, Digging with Deej sent me an email. Hi Ed, can you share this with your prospecting community, please? Treasure hunting ghost stories. Digging with Deej. Here, let me see what I can do.
Ghost stories.
This.
Shit, I got a ghost story right here in my house.
Talking about at the beginning of the show. Have you, Jesse? You should tell everybody now that they're here what's changed.
Okay.
What was that?
How your dog has started to bark now.
Oh yeah, she's. Of course, you've all heard about my dog and the
that
ghost
won't pass the boards in the kitchen.
Right now, she's stands there and barks at it. Barks. And something.
Well, let me share this for our friend Deej up in Michigan.
Go ahead.
Get her some doggy downers and drug her up, Jesse.
You mean drug her down?
Yeah, doggy downers.
Treasure hunting with the treasure hunting ghost stories. Digging with Deej. Have you ever had a phenomenal paranormal experience while treasure hunting? May it be metal detecting, dump digging, bottle digging, magnet fishing, or prospecting? If so, would you be willing to send me a short video story of your experience? I will be creating a YouTube treasure hunting collaboration video just in time for the Halloween season of creators' experiences and will provide links to their respective videos if any exist regarding their experience. There will be a drawing of channels entered for a grand prize. My sticker will be emailed to each channel that participate. Blah, 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 blah. Please email me at subject line which should say paranormal experience with your entries, and I'll put Deej's email out in the chat. You're more than welcome, Deej.
Mr. Lodak.
Ghostly stories.
It's not paranormal.
That's a pretty neat concept, Deej. I think that's
I think it's pretty cool. Nothing ever happens to me though. So
here.
Well, I had an experience once, but I realized I squatted down too much in the creek and the water got my butt wet.
Oh no.
I'm sure there's going to be some cool stories that come from that, though, and that's
I'm sure.
Take on it on the treasure hunting. And
I'm sure.
You know, I think some of the biggest things that, and I don't know. I mean, is Bigfoot paranormal? I guess that doesn't really count. That's more like monsters.
That's what cryptozoology.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Sasquatch paranormal.
Me and some buddies had an experience coon hunting one time like that. Things happen at night. That's all I'll say.
Things do happen at night. Hey, what's up, Bedrock Bennett?
Bennett.
What's going on, Bennett?
Bennett.
Had a great place at his private little Idaho.
Even got to dip into the death cave for a little bit.
It was really cool in there. That was a nice axe head he found. Well, you guys found. You were detecting. He was shoveling.
Yeah. Then we found them. There's a mine entrance there.
Right. Deej says that, where'd it go? They're starting to believe Bigfoot is connected to paranormal. If he's connected to anything other than just cryptozoology, I think it'd be more aliens.
I think Bigfoot's been around for a long time, like Nassie.
So somebody just
Or
said
Champ.
GoPro Unlimited said Terry just released a Sasquatch video.
Yes, he did.
Did you? I haven't seen it yet. Oh wait, I did see the thumbnail for it. Haven't watched it yet. That's right.
Well, Busted Knuckles had that little bit of a run in.
Oh yeah, he got scared enough to bail from the woods.
He got spooked.
Yeah.
But you have a Squatch encounter on Jesse.
Yeah, I did. I had my Squatch encounter when I was young. So yes, I believe, and no, I'm not hunting.
You said
There's a family of Bigfoot at Fort Lewis.
What?
BMXer Don said there's a family of Bigfoot at Fort Lewis. And, does Fort Lewis have like a Hainer 18 or something?
Yeah, that's right, Jesse. It's been around longer than me.
Outlive Jesse.
He's been here longer than me. Not by much, though. Yeah, see, I never really thought of them as being a
paranormal type of thing.
No. Somewhat. I don't want to say creature, but I don't want to say someone. You know, I never thought of them. We'll use one of their. Well, I never thought of them as being settled in one area. I always think of Bigfoot being more nomadic, that they travel from place to place. Otherwise, we'd see villages and, cities and metropolises.
And
Just saying.
Plenty of animals or creatures, if you want, they follow where the food's at.
Right.
So they're going to get food's out over the season. So I could see that being a possibility.
Yeah, and some animals have greater territories than other, like cougars' territories, like 200 square miles.
Well, just think of the lonely raccoon. He's got a 10-mile radius from where he is living. He'll travel 10 miles in any direction.
Yeah, there was a poor little raccoon area. Radius got about flattened on the way to work this morning, I tell you.
Yeah, that happens too. I'm not saying they're safe in that area. That's just their radius of what they travel. So I imagine someone like a entity like Bigfoot would have a larger area to roam. It'd probably be endless. I mean, because we would roam endlessly if we were inclined to, there would be nothing stopping us. Even water or stuff, we would figure out a way across it. I think we did. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Don. Creepy Joel is digging deep beeps in here. Or another Joel, I guess. I'm sure there's miners with some Tommy Knocker stories.
Well, right now you follow Jeff Williams.
Well, you'd think Bigfoot stories would come out of miners too, as much as they lived out in the rough like that.
Right.
Well, they're in Canadian history, up by Pratt Lake, I believe it is, where the fat treasure, lost gold mine is. There's a story in the 1800s where a prospector was abducted by a Squatch and was forced to be the thing's sex slave. And some true story, at least I heard. I saw the documentary on it.
Rumors are that it's a true story.
Yeah. So, but when we were when I was showing Judy my old claims up in the North Cascades, we did hear some branch knocking, and I didn't catch the scent, but she said she smelt something foul. There was no rock throwing or anything. Good night, Jeff.
I don't remember any foul smelling smells in my encounters, so I don't know.
Jason Keith. Yeah, you were away from home for so long. Patricia's turned you into a sex slave, huh, Jason? B.O., but not a bad smell. I heard it was like ungodly stench.
The smell is what I've heard is like me on vacation. Come detect. Couple of days out on the river.
That's why Bigfoot likes you so much.
I think we can cut it short tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, probably, you know.
Hi, Barb.
Hey, Barb, how you doing? Wife's coming in, check on you, Dano.
She's sitting in the living room.
Yeah.
Checking on him from right in the living room.
That pan can swing from a real close distance. Ping!
Oh, man.
Jared, instead of giving them some beef jerky, give them some deodorant. All right, folks.
Yeah, don't mess with Squatch. You'll be hurting. Next week, we're having Adam on from California Gold Rush.
All right, cool.
We'll be talking about a lot of gold stuff. And I hear their outing's going to be in June or July next year up in Vermont.
Oh, cool.
Make plans for that.
Well, we'll have to work it around Flash Bash.
Yep. We'll work something out.
Maybe Flash Bash will go north.
We've been asked to, you know.
We've been asked to go to a lot of places.
We get to go to a bunch of places. We'd be like rock stars. We'll get a bus and travel.
Well,
oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, maybe someday. Garrett, Walmart.
Delivery truck, man.
We could get Walmart to sponsor us and some bus company.
Yeah, Greyhound. Or what's a better coach company than Greyhound?
Not Greyhound.
Yeah,
no, just have a RV coach sponsor us.
Yeah, okay.
Good night, Bennett. Yeah, RV coach. Let me see.
Later, Bennett.
RV wholesalers. We just purchased a trailer from.
He says Amtrak.
There you go.
There you go, Ray. Amtrak.
If you've ever ridden on a train any distance, you know that's not the way to go.
Oh, even a Greyhound bus, they suck too.
Oh, Greyhound
not because the train is uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just that everything stops them. You know, we got to stop for a minute to let another train go by.
But I can't say nothing because flights suck too.
Yeah, flying sucks too.
Yeah, it all can suck, but it all can be cool. On a train, you see what you don't see from the highway.
Oh yeah.
On
true.
a plane,
That's true.
you
That's
look
true.
down at everything. If you're
You don't see
buzzing
nothing.
window,
Clouds.
or clouds, yeah.
And road trip, you see more than flying or taking a bus, but you still miss a lot.
Always wanted
Yeah,
to take a
the
train
one that's
across the
driving
National Park.
misses it all. He
Road
gets
trips,
white
you get to hang
line.
out with your besties and your friends. I like road trips because you get, you know, like Angela and I love taking road trips together because we get to hang out the whole time.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I would
you
rather
can
do a
trade
road trip over anything.
drivers.
I'd rather do a road trip
Yeah.
myself.
Every couple hours, trade drivers, so you don't get too fatigued. And Digging with Deej says, you guys who have Squatch experiences can send me a short video also. So
Fun to add it in, yeah. Give you a good variety.
Yeah,
yeah.
you bet.
Now, wonder if Ronald has any out of this world experiences while metal detecting. Have you been probed while prospecting, Ronald?
Whoa.
Inquiry
Whoa.
minds want to know.
Whoa.
Abducted and probe.
It's getting late, Ed.
Things are getting wonky.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
I'm sure Ronald has a story or two, Jared says.
Probably. I know he's big into that stuff. Yeah, I know. What the? All right,
Tin
everybody.
Cup, see here, Tin Cup, the problem is that you feel you got lost. I don't think it was getting lost. I think it was taking a scenic route.
That's right.
I've never been lost. I've just been bewildered in the woods and on the road a few times.
Yeah, and Jason, the next time you're over on this side of the pond, I know I used that wrong. Next time you're close to us, we should road trip together. Angela and I are awesome road trip buddies.
All right, good night, Benzo.
Benzo, good night. Take care. Everybody check out
everybody.
JP's Lawns and More. I believe the drawing's like tomorrow, JP, if he's still here. But he has some videos about it. Check it out. Here's the 2 bags that will be going in, half pounds. Also, this coming Sunday, I think it is, it's on my channel. I'll be doing the members rewards, appreciation awards, and I got some for you all too. So, ooh-ah. Hopefully there's some good stuff in it and they'll share it with us later. But I have no idea what's in it. So, no guarantee there's anything in it, but hopefully there is.
Piece in it, or
yeah, it could be a picker or a poker or whatever, I hope. But, you know. Anything else, guys?
No.
Mrs. Briggs?
Not gonna get sick of it. I gotta get my name changed on YouTube, guys. I hope it's not too confusing, but I took his last name, so I gotta change everything. It's amazing how much stuff you gotta change.
Oh yeah, driver's license, all kinds of things. Your medical stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a little overwhelming, but I wouldn't change it.
Insurance, just this, that, the other.
Mm-hmm.
I would, Jonathan, but they're all spoken for. JP's Lawns and More raffle for Jason Keith prospecting, and for my I can't say channel members really. For the Flashing Your Pan production team membership, there's a link in the description for that. But yeah, next Tuesday, Adam, our friend Adam from California Gold Rush. I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. And
I noticed that Richard Davis does not have a wrench.
Yeah.
Trying to put up his. Oh, that's his YouTube. That's his email.
I can change that.
I mean, that's up to you.
Well, I wouldn't have did it if I didn't think you would abuse it.
Abuse away.
Abuse
what the wrench is for.
Some people like being abused.
Yield that power.
Do I hear a little eurythmics coming on? You too, Tim. All right, everybody. I have been with my trip and everything. I've been kind of neglecting my guest list. I have November and December to fill up. If you would like to come on and share your channels and your channel, your stories, website or whatever, hit me up. You know,
Talk about
email's
treasure
always
hunt.
the same. And we could see what we can do. I'm always working on guests for the show. It's like the song that never ends.
Oh, and by the way, in case you guys didn't catch it, Ed put out a video this week.
Oh, that reminds me. Know what sucks? Know what sucks? I was going through most of my footage from like the meet and greet. From day 2 on the U-boat. The last 2 days on the river, I didn't film at all. But Bennett's Private Little Idaho, no filming. Last day on the river, no filming. But most of my footage, other than the day we were out with Two Toes and Jeff, I have no sound. And I don't know if my plug to my Little Rhodes mic unplugged or what, but I was ticked. I'm going through a bunch of video and I'm like, what the beep? Oh man, it's hey, there's the most gracious host, Patriot Gold Prospecting. Hey, how you doing, brother? And run for the hills. Oh man, it hasn't sounded good in ages. I don't know. My name's not whoever sang for Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickerson.
You're just going to go back to your vocal coach and start taking lessons.
All right, Todd, back to your lurking.
Yeah.
And Two Toes, Gary, if you're in here listening, howdy.
Yeah, he likes lurking and eating. So thanks again. Greatly appreciate it. It was a pleasure meeting you. thanks for the great shout out in your video. And totally stoked you like your towel. But hey, you know what? Everybody, thanks very much for joining us tonight and on every Tuesday night. Thank you, Toledo Justano and Mrs. Briggs, for joining me tonight. Everybody else, until next week, may you always have a flash in your pan.
And you know what he's going to say next.
That's right, because it does happen, huh, Rose?
Yes.
Maybe one day, too, we'll meet you on the river. But for now, you know what? We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
God bless.
Night, Ray. Night, Jaron. Night, Dano.
Good night, Wayne.
Night,
Anthony. Ray Rusa. David Diaz.
Good night.
No, nowhere near. Never enough coffee.
Roger
Never enough coffee.
Good night, JP.
Good night, Richard.
Good night. Yep, Jason.
That's
good night,
right.
brother.
Good night, prospecting world. We are
Yeah.
global after all.
Radio, collector band.
Nationwide.
Coast to coast. International.
And right around the corner.
That's right, Jeff. Good night, Flash fam.
You bet.
See you next timer.